What's up, you guys? Hey, I want to do a quick video on the NV Commander 100 Plus. So we're going to go over the NV 100 Plus and the NV 100, just the standard package by itself. Now, I think you're going to like either package. They both have their place. You're basically getting a 2-in-1 if you decide to go with the Plus. So again, we're going to go over it real quick. I'm not going to waste too much of your time. This isn't going to be a full technical video. We're just going to kind of go over it, show you what it looks like during the day, what it looks like during the night, and you make a decision if you like this. If you decide to buy the NV100 by itself or the NV Plus, I'm gonna leave our affiliate down there. That helps with the channel, helps support the channel, helps us to be able to keep doing stuff like this. So much appreciated if you would use that affiliate. And remember, through Father's Day weekend, there's a sale on all of OneLeaf products, so go check them out. All right, y'all, before we get too far in the video, do me a favor. YouTube hates it for some reason. Every time I do a review or I have any kind of a gun, even scopes, in my videos, so they restrict us, which is pretty much demonetizing. So we'll do good on the video, and it means absolutely nothing to YouTube. So do me a favor, if you hadn't subscribed already, just give us that subscribe button, give us a like, share our content, throw some comments down there. I don't care what it is. They like to see that algorithm, and they also like to see subscriptions, likes, stuff like that. The more they see, the more they'll pump it out there for more people to see. All right, first things first. The NV100 is not a night vision scope, okay? It's a recording device. It can be mounted on a scope or used as a monocular. The NV100 Plus just comes with the scope ready for it to mount to, and I'm gonna show you that here in a second, what that actually means. So if you decide to get the NV100 by itself, and I'll leave the price right here just for the NV100, just the standard package, not the Plus, this is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get this recording device that is made to mount to the back of a scope. That's all it is. What it'll come with is it will come with this clamp right here, and all it does is, this is just one of my spare scopes. You put that on the scope. It actually comes with some electrical tape as well, just to basically to keep from marring up the scope and take a little space up. You've got some your screws right here. You just simply slide it over the back of the eyepiece, screw it down. Here's a tip for you, because I didn't realize this until I did it. Make sure that when you get this scope mounted, you like it, you have your eyepiece adjusted the way you like it, because if you go this route and you mount this over the top of the eyepiece, you can't adjust it. So just keep that in mind. So basically all this does, this recording device right here, this will snap right in here in this this clamp right here. I guess you'd call it clamp. I don't know what you call it. It's a clip, man. It's the piece that goes on, whatever. So again, all you do, there's a mark right here that says 45, and that's just to line it up. So all you do is you put it on here, let you listen to it, clips, and this thing is machined awesome. There is no play in there whatsoever, no play, machined very well. I bought a cheaper version of this about 1.5 years ago. I don't remember the name of the company. It's some company overseas, you know what I mean? And it was horrible, man. It just, you put it on there and it would, this is what it would be like. It was horrible. Now this is clipped, it's clamped, so I won't do that, but I mean, it was literally like that. It was pretty bad. I just returned it. But anyway, that's what it's made for. This is just the standard NV100. This is what it comes with. It comes with this recording device, a charging cable, and this this little clamp, clip, whatever you want to call it. Now, if you decide to go with the NV100, it actually comes with this scope, okay? It's called the Rapid Fire Plus is what it's called. It's a, what is it? I forgot. 3x12. I've been shooting digital scopes for about the past 1.5 years. And you really appreciate going back to a glass scope. I'm telling you, man, this is very clear. I'm a Nikon guy. Of course, I don't make them anymore. I just started going to Vortex here lately, and I like them. But anyway, man, the eye relief on this thing is, I mean, this is too close, this is too far, and this is perfect. Just huge field of view and clear. Man, this thing is clear. I'll try to see if I can get the phone in there here in a second to see through there. If not, sorry, it's kind of hard to get the camera in here. But anyway, so this scope right here, it actually is machined where your eyepiece is back here, and this is machined, it's made to receive this recording device. On this particular scope, when you put it in, okay, you put it in, clips, you can actually adjust the eye focus back here. It's made for it. This is the scope that's made to receive this. This thing has illuminated reticles. It's got your fast focus on there. I can tell you right now, I had it on my 308 and I shot probably 1.5 boxes through it. It held 0 just fine. It comes with the rings. Got the cap on the front. If you want that, you can take it off. I would give this scope, in all honesty, and it's not because they sent it to me. I would give this scope out of a 10, I'd give it a solid 8.5 or 9. I really would, just on the clarity, the eye relief, everything. The illuminated reticles, I've never been a fan of illuminated reticles because sometimes if you have it too bright, especially in the evening or something like that with little light, it just covers the whole target. But anyway, like I said, it comes with everything ready to go, all the tools to install it. Nice rings, come with some nice rings on there, just like the NV400 did. One of the drawbacks, and I shouldn't, okay, it's a drawback. One of the problems is, you see the length of this scope without this? Now, once you get this on a rifle and you're ready to go, if you don't have an adjustable buttstock, when you put this thing on here, kind of scoot it over a little bit. When you put it on here, now look how far back you are. So that's why I kind of recommend keeping it on something that really don't have a whole lot of recoil. It's up to you. If you don't mind black eyes, or you're a big old tough boy and you think you can hold the recoil all the time, go ahead. But again, the only drawback on this whole setup, and I consider it a drawback, you got to have a negative and everything, right? Nothing's ever perfect. But having to be that, you know, and when you're looking through the device, you have to be in there kind of tight. It really is. Now, you also have some settings I'm going to go through with here in a second to kind of, you know, narrow down that what you're seeing in there so you don't have to be so close. But again, you go from here, take this off. Now you got to scoot up a little bit. The main thing about the NV100, the main positive, which again, I'll put the price right here for the NV100 Plus, is that you get pretty much 2 for 1. Okay, you get this scope that comes with it, and you got this piece right here that you can put on another scope. So you can use this on multiple scopes and not have to worry about it. So that's, you know, that's a plus in itself. All right, so real quick, let's go over the kind of functions in the back, and I want to show the video to you day and night, and then we'll get out of here. I don't waste too much of your time. To turn this thing on, it's instant when you turn it on. So you'll watch that green light, boom, that thing is now on. You can probably see it powering up in there. Yeah, OneLeaf, there's a symbol. This thing comes after it turns on, give it about 2 or 3 seconds, she's ready to roll, has a laser on it. The laser comes out right there, and just one button click for the laser, boom. It's got windage and elevation on it, so if you want to maybe have it set at 50 yards, so you can have a little quick draw shot, whatever. Or if you're doing something at night and you're next to somebody and you're using this as a binocular, they got it on a scope, you can put that laser and put it right on and tell them where to hit. Whatever. It's yours, do what you want with it. The night vision on this thing, because this is where the night vision comes in, this recording device, okay? Again, when you put it on the back of a scope, all you're doing is recording what's through that scope. That's all you're doing. This does have a digital zoom, a 3-time digital zoom. It's not the greatest. I recommend, you know, not the greatest on a scope. Now, if you're out just spotting around binocular wise, yeah. But if you're looking through the scope, just use your scope power to do all the adjusting. That's what I recommend. Your IR light is actually right here, and it's got the little cap on it. They thought of that to protect that IR light. Okay, boom. Simply to tighten the beam, you pull it out to make the beam wider, push it in. Just slide out, push in. Okay, the battery is right here. It's an 18650 battery. Very common. If you do a lot of night hunting, or even if you got a bunch of stuff that runs on batteries, 18650 seems to be the most popular battery. You can charge it inside the scope, or you can charge it, okay, right there, you can charge it inside the scope. There's a SIM card, and it's also got an auxiliary card, or auxiliary port, I'm sorry. You can charge it in the scope, or if you've got an external charger, you can take it out and charge it that way. Maybe take another 1 or 2 with you out in the field if you use this thing all night. You can use external power source for it. I will tell you, this battery lasts a long time. I don't have an exact hour for you, but I can tell you, I charged this thing 1 time since I got it, and it already came half charged. I charged it 1 time. I've messed with it a bunch, and it's still on, yeah. So what do we got? I still got 3/4 of a battery, and I use this thing all the time with that laser just to piss the cat off. So I use this thing a lot. You have the menu right here. Menu is very simple. We're not going to go through everything. It's pretty simple, but the menu is very simple. You got all your push button to go to your menu, your IR, you know, your day night, to hit the record button, to zoom a little bit. This right here, this button right here, will tell you just 1 click is the laser. If you push it and hold it for a second or two, it'll take the screen and narrow it down. What that does, that allows you to get back a little bit. because you're looking through this eye cup. But what it does, like I said, it shrinks that image down a little bit. So now you're not trying to be all up in there. You can set back a little further and see it clear. So that's pretty cool. All right, let me show you some video real quick of during the day and during the night. All right, here we go. 6 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm out here just shining on the fence to see if we can parallax this a little bit. Other way, dummy. Anyway, we can get out there a little bit. Let me see if I can get me a known distance. Yeah, there we go. Go sideways. All right, we're sitting here at 85 yards. Neighbor's got a boat just like mine. Okay, play with the fast focus. We could really get fine-tuned on them. Range at. That is 76 yards to that boat. So you can really, let's get out there to the back fence right there. Play with the fast focus a little bit. A little zoom power. We'll zoom out a little bit so you can see it better. Cover the light. Hey, there's my boat. We are, click it. We are 59 yards. So good. You can reach out and aim for the longest range, but again, if you got a better IR light, the better the IR light, the better you can see at night. So anyway, there you go. All right, you guys, so in the video you probably heard some talking. I forgot to tell you, it does have audio. The audio is not the greatest. The audio actually comes through that little speaker port right there, which is going to be right. So if you're a heavy breather like me or whatever, you're going to hear everything. The audio isn't the best, but it's not really made for audio. It's made for more recording, monocular or through a scope. That's what it's for. And for the price range, you know, if you decide to do this by yourself, no matter what package you do, you're going to like it. You really are. And again, I'm not saying this because they sent this to me. I always give honest reviews. I've had people say, Tyron, how come every time you do a review on a scope, they're always better than the last? It just seems like in the world of night vision, everybody's jumping in and they're doing something to make it better than the last one. I can't help it. That's just the way it is. I'm sure one day I'll get a night vision or I'll get something and I'll just be like, hey, me personally, I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't recommend it. I hope I don't get to that point because I don't ever want to do that to somebody. You know what I mean? They take the time to send something to me. You know, I'm going to try to find all the positives I can, but I am going to tell you the negatives. That's just, I'm going to be as truthful as I can. So anyway, you guys, I hope you liked this NV Commander 100. Again, the Plus version comes with the scope. I think you'll like the scope. Again, if you do the Plus, you're basically getting a 2-in-1. But again, if you decide to go with just the NV 100 by itself, you're going to enjoy it. It's going to get the job done. It's going to serve its purpose. Long battery life. Great clarity. You do a lot of things with it at night. If you just want to keep it in your pocket and use it as a spotting scope, you can. One last thing, inside here, you can actually get in there and it's got a crosshair lineup. So you know you can set this on your reticles right. So everything's straight up and down. You don't have it cocked at an angle. Okay. Again, once you set it on a different scope, the little adapter piece, make sure you have your reticle, your eyepiece already set because you won't be able to adjust that. So all right, you guys, I appreciate you watching the video. Again, I'm going to leave links in the description on how to get to OneLeaf and check them out. If you decide to buy the NV100 by itself or the NV Plus, I'm going to leave our affiliate down there. That helps with the channel, helps support the channel, helps us to be able to keep doing stuff like this. So much appreciated if you would use that affiliate. And remember, through Father's Day weekend, there's a sale on all of OneLeaf products. So go check them out. All right, you guys, thanks for watching the video. Get out of here.